We're back.
Welcome, ladies and germs. Welcome back to episode 2 of the NEXO Night Watch Party. We got Tommy and Andreasen. Does anyone ever call you that, Andy?
No, and no one should ever.
Everyone's gonna start calling Tommy Andy. He'll love it. You'll be best friends. And then we got next up. We got. Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
No,
go ahead, Andy.
I've tried to. Damn it! I've tried to convince people they should call me the Tominator, but no one's fighting.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
When you get that person who just watched the Terminator and they went viral because they didn't know the Terminator was a bad person in the movie. They're like, the Terminator's bad. Anyway.
It's his name.
Terminator is how
You shouldn't spoil these very new movies, Giles.
Oh, sorry. For all those time traveling back to the 80s, my apologies.
And speaking of Giles, we got Giles Clay Catastrophe. Pants in.
You're right this time. Hey.
Oh, no. You got it's still the wrong side. It's still upside down.
I was trying to do it.
Oh, I know you were trying to do it, and you failed again.
You ruined my joke. I had something planned where I would like to do what Giles decided should be a tradition from this point on, wearing a mask upside down. So.
Hey, speaking of
the Terminator.
That's a good Tommy, and you did.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Terminator.
Good guy.
There you go.
Whoa, come on.
That's
Tommy spent
from Darth Vader.
all weekend working on that effect. Next up, we've got who I like to call Ian Handsome Hanlin, who plays Lance Richmond.
Yes, the best hair in all the land.
And you had a little sidekick animal, didn't you?
That was Hamletta. Yeah.
Hamletta.
Great listener.
Yes.
The
pig.
Did Hamletta ever get a
friend and
minifig, Tommy?
Yes, it was in one of the sets.
Hamletta.
Got me through a lot of tough
That's
times.
why we got kicked.
No. Everyone needs a support animal.
It's true.
Some people need support statues behind them. You know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's not like all of us have a whole bunch of, artifacts that we're...
Exactly. Support artifacts. To validate ourselves every single day. We're still good. We're okay.
These are all on a movie. I just walked through the city with these.
But, yeah, man. We are all here. We're super psyched, and we are going to watch episode 3 and 4 together.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we thought it was a good idea to get you on 3 and 4, Ian, because that's where sort of the tensions between Clay and Lance start mounting. It was like, who's gonna be the leader of this thing?
Well, and that was in the audition sides that I got for Lance. That was kind of the stuff that some of that was in there, and that was sort of what I was picking up on as, oh, that's who this guy is he's kind of this foil for this other guy too. Like that was a big piece of what got me in. So that's so fun to be on, to look at how it turned out when we actually got to record it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you realize you didn't become the Green Ninja, and it's like, it's okay, everything's fine.
No one's holding it, Rog, right? Ian, how many episodes have you actually watched, if any?
Of the show? Oh, I watched all of it as it came out. So I've seen through the whole thing. It's been a few years since I've sat down and watched it, so I'm really excited to jump back in. But NEXO was my first big show that I ever got to do, and certainly as like one of the principal characters. So it was a huge deal for me. Like NEXO changed my life in a lot of ways. So this is really, really cool getting to revisit it now.
Hey Ian, Tommy has a bunch of like secret episodes that only got aired like through the video game or like through certain things. So there's there's like cool stuff that we're gonna like share later on that none of us have seen.
Oh, that's cool.
Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, because I still get to I'd say every couple of weeks, I still get messages from people on like social media being like, NEXO Nights more? When is it? Yeah, still.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've been interacting with my burner accounts, I see.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Very subtle. Yeah.
All right. So shall we do this, gentlemen?
Yes.
And remember, move a bit to the side, then we'll place the video down here in the middle.
Tommy's got a whole technical setup here. We're gonna put the screens down the middle. We're gonna go here, and then you
go a bit slower
as we talk.
All right. Do we have the episode 3? Episode 3, yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a little countdown,
Yeah.
and then we'll press play.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
3, 2, 1.
Here's the latest from the Night News Network. Our once peaceful kingdom was rocked as Jester, the royal jester, stole the terrible book of monsters.
love
The
these
magician
recaps.
tried to stop him, but paid the
Brian
ultimate
did too.
price. But
He's every
magic
recap.
made a comeback when Murdoch 2.0
Did he do every
appeared
recap?
and uploaded incredible Nexo powers to the heroic
think he did.
Knights. I'm Herb Herbertson, and this is
I like it.
NEXO
It's a
Nights.
newscast. It's sort of a creative way to do it. Yeah, this is the first one with the
There
intro.
he is.
Hey, look at him.
Those who
I
might
didn't know
not
about this
Ian actually
theme
sang
song.
this theme song.
I don't remember this at all.
It's not a great theme song.
I like it. What are you talking about? I like like the 1980s power ballad.
That poor person who wrote it.
No, it's not the music. It's like it's just.
I think he's stuck.
Yeah, it's corporate.
Oh, Andy.
Here we go. Lance didn't listen to the Nordbeam words again.
On it. I'll slow him down.
I have a better idea. It's called Run Right At Him.
So totally not like I didn't do this, but my little guy calls goblins globlins. Not these, just ones on TV. I'm like, oh, it's in the blood.
Yeah. We had good naming on the show. Also, when we got to the Roguls, like that's Ghoul and Nazgul, and it's like put together. And Rock.
That's what happens when nerds write stuff.
It's
We
true.
got a holodeck. We got a holodeck.
Why do
I remember
sound like
Mark
such a
also talking
doddering
about
fool?
the Book of Monsters as sort of part of the Genesis was just fiddling around with like a Necronomicon sort of situation.
Let's get some cardio in before they smash us.
And Big Evil Dead fan.
It's your fault we
Oh,
keep
yeah.
losing, Lance. And why don't you ever pay attention to my offensive formation orders? Because they're so offensive. You need to get
Yes.
serious about
Lance.
training, Schmane.
Yes.
I'm a great knight, being held back by your uptightness. Borington.
Oh!
Teamwork,
Oh.
Lance, is
Are you gonna take
working
that?
together. Until you acknowledge my superiority, I can't
Well, I had a
work with
series
you.
of nicknames that I couldn't share because I was too noble.
Who is in charge or who downloads the biggest weapon? It's about working as a team.
So this would have been like the second batch that we did, or was this still?
The power needed for your holiday.
Or was it no? This would have been day
Three.
2. Yeah, but this would have been day 2. 'Cause
I hate to bring up
at the
another
time
yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
recording
I
them,
couldn't even download
Michael
the
would
power.
come up
Look,
and
I
we'd
only have
record
one
like
bar.
2
Now
full days,
no
one in the morning,
bars.
one in the afternoon,
One
then the
bar?
next day, one in the morning, one in the So this would have been day 2.
How can we fight
So I was
against
still
Jester and his monsters
convinced
if
I
these
was about
Nexo
to be
powers
fired at
signals
any
are
moment
unreliable?
while we were recording this episode.
I still feel that way on every cartoon.
We need to change
Exactly.
something.
Oh, I forgot about that. We used to do one in the morning and one in the afternoon.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
were big
man,
days.
those are big days.
Steal stuff.
That's before
So
Vince
fun.
could do like 4 cartoons in the same day because
I
you're just
know
flying
that.
around for 20-minute COVID sessions.
Come on.
I should have eaten at the end
Come
before.
on.
but
I love these too.
They serve a heck of a veggie omelet. Ah, serve.
Jestro in the book is just so great.
Oh, I just love working with Mark.
What are we even doing here?
Watching you two over there was so funny.
Shouldn't we be blasting
Because they had
away
you
the
guys
kids'
on the other
ass?
side of the room,
We
sitting
sure did,
together.
yeah. That's
And the
right.
two of you
Evil
just
is
going
a
on these big
process.
like
You gotta
runs
practice
together. It
being
was just so
bad
much fun
people.
to watch.
So I'm an evil
Well,
trainee.
yeah.
As long as one of us wasn't doing yoga.
How about
But we did that though, Ian. That's a good memory because all the knights were on one side of the room,
Yeah.
and then like the baddies and the guest stars were on the other side of the room. But it was like we had our team
Yeah.
formation.
wickedness?
It was true. So you got to really
make
sort of
me
like
sick.
spit
How about
at the
your
other
evil
at the
plan,
other
huh?
team. Yeah,
You
it was
gotta
cool.
have an evil master plan. I realize I'm gonna have to help you.
The events literally did spit.
But
It
I'd
was a
still
little
get all the
big
credit,
splash
right?
zone.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. Just fine. Not me, dummy. Just show I'm fine.
So, do you have any ideas? A springboard?
That sounds like a lot of wall in the background.
I was gonna say, man, I remember all those yelling sessions.
Yeah.
Stop nodding
Keep
me,
going.
or I will bite you.
This
Do
is
another
his last
pass.
episodes.
Do another pass. Drop your pitch
Read
this
evil
time.
books, I get stronger. Make you even more powerful monsters.
Good yelling.
And use those
So
to destroy
good.
the realm.
You're explaining the logic of the show
Where do
right
these
here.
evil books come
Yeah.
from?
History
Summing up in
class
episode
after
3 already.
I need you focused on being a master of
I love that they're
havoc.
just having this sort of casual conversation in the midst of all of this
Wreaking
chaos
havoc
around
right
them.
now.
It's so good.
Bernsey and Sparks, commence wreaking and havocing.
Is that you, Giles?
No, that was Lance. That's Ian. Ian
Oh,
was.
Ian.
I was
Yeah.
Bernsey, and then
Yeah.
Ian was. What was the character's name?
Sparks?
Sparks.
That works too.
Bernsey and
I
Sparks.
tried to find a Bernsey minifig the other day. Only
Oh,
how we could get it, and it's with like it's like a 3 up. It's insane.
Do it. Worth it. It's worth it.
Oh yeah. I'll write it up.
It's
Did
that
you hear
and
the
I need to find an
Klaatu
auxiliary power
Verata
source for
Nictu?
Mr. Boogie Fever.
Oh,
on
yeah.
his toes.
There was another one. Well, actually, here's a challenge for you. There's a Monty Python reference in each of the episodes. So see if you can spot it in this one.
What was
Alright.
that reference that you just said? What was that one?
Klaatu Verata Nictu?
What is that?
That's
Evil Dead.
Even if I could get my luck
Evil
2.0
Dead.
stable,
It's Evil Dead
his
and
Nexo
The Day the
power
Earth Stood Still,
mysterious
because
stable.
Sam Raimi took those words from Day the Earth Stood Still.
and the three Star Wars characters named Klaatu Verata Nictu.
Oh my god.
A lot of throwbacks, man.
Oh,
It's like a
that
Wilhelm
was as
scream.
nerdy as you guys. Ah,
You can leave anytime, Vincent.
I don't have it. I just don't have it. Oh, I'm such a failure.
Okay, we made some real progress today, Knights. I'm glad everyone agreed to learn my offensive and defensive set plays because I really think they've got a ton to offer.
This is so
Anyone
you,
with a combat
Giles.
Manual? No?
This is just like you.
On Battle Big Variant
That's why they
C2,
hired me.
You're the
Yeah.
anchor of the line.
Typecast.
Typecasting.
But food
Put
now.
food down.
Lots of food.
They were such a
Hey,
great
see, you're
blend
my
of-
rock.
of
Always a full
personalities.
effort.
The
Except
Knights,
on
they were
top
really,
of
really
Power
fun.
Wash. Remember, it's spin, parry, thrust, thrust, parry, spin, thrust, rinse, repeat.
I'll remember,
Aaron.
Clay. I promise.
Wow, Aaron, so much potential, but potential isn't reality until
I
you
didn't
bring it
remember
out.
he had a little
So let's
patch
talk
on his
about
chin.
make it stop.
Hell yeah.
Little soul patch.
Look, Captain Nightastic.
That's why he's the cool one.
relax.
He was the surfer skater guy.
For you to stop
Yeah.
talking.
Better than what you're doing, Lance, which is slacking
Lance has
off.
stress lines
You
on
didn't
his
even
face.
study my binder.
No.
Of course not.
Kidding. Those are
Binder for
those are
your ideas.
those are sharpened
Here for
cheek
those
jowls.
nutty
Yeah,
super
he's on
ideas all day
Ozempic,
long.
is what it is.
Not
Oh.
again. Should we do something?
He invented it.
Yeah.
Hamlet's over here.
Oh,
The Hamlet of Omelet has been destroyed by just
The Hamlet.
The
you got
Hamlet
Lance.
of-
Yeah.
Lance right there.
I got a lance.
They had such
Nice.
good omelets.
How are we gonna get over there to stop
think I got
Jestro?
Lance.
Huh?
Here it comes!
The Vortex.
The real star of the show.
Oh, I got that baddie right here. Here it
Have
is.
you built?
Red
You gotta
baddie.
build it, Giles.
No, it stays
Yes.
in the box.
No.
I was looking for mine and I couldn't find it.
attack on Omelet.
I feel like I have Lance.
Finished
in
the
my
ribbon
collection.
cutting ceremony in Oroville.
I got the
And
battle
had
mech
the
lance
old
right
Royal
there.
RV with us.
Ooh. Oh, you got Battle Mech?
I totally
Well, you got
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 shields.
Oh,
Nice.
RV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dad, do you
the
know
Battle
what we
Mech.
can do with
I got the
this?
Battle Mech still in the box, of course.
Countryside and
Yeah.
peaceful comfort.
No. We
I was
can
playing a lot of the
modify
mobile
this thing
game, too.
into a rolling,
I
When,
know. We were
when
talking
it
about that
came
last
a
time. It
complete
was so
rolling
good.
fortress, ready for battle and spell with
And there
an
were a bunch
X.
of cutscenes
Because
as well.
having an X in the name makes it cool and high tech. Oh, you unhip people and your naming things. But there's potential here. We could connect
It's a
Murloc
direct
2.0's
stab
realm
at the
still there.
writers.
All
Yeah.
the power we need,
Yeah.
good Wi-Fi signal, protection, and proximity. Dad, could we borrow ye old royal RV?
Oh, Macy, I don't know if you should be driving around looking for fights, and I just had it waxed and detailed and new cup holders put in.
Dear, they needed to protect.
I love every time the Queen would get to wreck shop a little
You guys
bit.
get
That was
some food
always
and
fun.
rest, and just
Yeah.
leave
In
everything
episode
to
1,
us.
she goes to town defending, or I guess that was it 2? Tail end of 1, most of 2? Yeah.
when you were like, since it was one of your first leads in the show, were you nervous coming in, or were you excited?
Oh yeah, I was super nervous, and I had gotten the phone call about it a week or so before we were gonna start. My agent called me. It was just like, okay, so just so you know, like,
it requires a lot of
you gotta like show up ready to go. Like this is a big deal, and if it doesn't, you know, if you can't deliver on the day, then it's gonna be a step back. So like,
you
I was like,
psyching you out.
So I was like, she called me about it, and I was like, you know what? All the stuff that you're preparing me for is exactly what I'm looking forward to about it. I'm looking forward to getting in there. I'm looking forward to like meeting everybody, because I also knew kind of who everybody else in there was. We hadn't worked together, but like I knew all of you, and so it was cool getting in there. It was a little daunting, but it was such an amazing group, and getting to watch everybody work it was just so much fun.
But none of you knew it was a Lego show until on the day, right? Yeah, I remember I showed some videos and pretended that I knew Vincent because we had technically worked together on Ninjago, but
hey, relaxation.
Yeah, because I think it was the breakdown that I got was it was just like animated fantasy series or something like that. It was like it did nothing to indicate that it was Lego at all.
But also, Ian, I seem to remember that you almost passed the audition, didn't you?
We're trying to be a team.
Yeah, I almost did.
Your sister's wedding, right?
It was my brother's wedding. I almost did an audition because I was on the other side of the country, and I was at the rehearsal dinner. And my agent was like, "Hey, can you get this to us by like end of day?" And I'm like, "I don't have any of my stuff. I can't do it." And so I messaged back. I said, "I'm gonna have to pass." And they said, "Well, it says here that this was sent from an iPhone. Can you just like record it on an iPhone and send it?" And so I went, "All right, I'm never gonna get it." So I sat in a rental car in my parents' driveway with the script on my right leg and a glass of wine in my left hand, and my phone like this. And
that's your MO.
Yeah, and I just did all the, and so all of these people from, you know, my future sister-in-law's family are coming up the thing, being like, "Who's the crazy guy in the car out front?" And so I sent those off, and then that was, I booked it off the iPhone audition. So that was very glad that they pushed back on that one, because again,
I probably still have
those lesson moments, man. Like always, like you never know. Always take the shot.
Tommy, yeah, that'd be great if you have like all of our auditions. That'd be fun to listen to.
I'm pretty sure I do.
That'd be really fun.
Oh.
I had all of my stuff, and then I had the computer die on me.
Yeah, that happens.
Computer died on you?
My old one, but I had like every audition I had ever sent, and I was sort of charting, getting better and better and better and better as it went, and then I lost a bunch. But I keep them all.
So, do every audition
Danger
now?
Room.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this is where we work in a bit of Legends of Shima, right?
Fully programmable hollow mirror system with complete sensor array that can change the appearance of the room to suit your every need.
Oh, never mind. I see that.
There.
Now you
Yeah.
You have made me
Knock it
a
in.
very happy night.
All this, to him, is like being in a toy store.
So cool.
A fully stocked stainless steel computer integrated
I wanna live
kitchen,
there.
complete with chef bot.
I am the great Chef Eclair. You may call me Chef
Michael.
Eclair.
Who's Chef Eclair? It's Michael.
Yeah.
Is it
Donovan?
Michael was like every robot.
My delectable edibles will be wasted.
Not at all a stereotype there.
No, it's similar to if anybody watched Reboot. He was also Cecil at Dot's Diner, which was another sort of French robot cook. He was the waiter, and it's a similar sort of like little tip of the cap to that, I think.
I've installed the pedestal.
Thank God there's no other stereotypes that I know in Italian.
Oh yeah.
Sculptors or anything.
There's absolutely not gonna be anyone in next episode.
Scottish money order.
Yeah, right.
If I can find a way to transfer Murloc 2.0 into the central system, it requires a great computing
so great on
mind to
this,
figure
too.
it out.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately,
She is.
I have one of those.
That like
I am Murloc 2.0.
very animated flatness
Always
that she was able to pull off was
Yeah.
really, really impressive.
No, again, typecast.
You'll get it, Ava.
Yeah.
We believe in you. The good news is, we're taking
Yeah,
the
we
fight
are.
to Destro.
That's why we cast her as Nova in Dreams as well. It's a very similar character.
As you are the defenders of this kingdom, we thought a gift might be in order.
The RV.
Look at that.
That's got a garage.
With an entrance. You know how to make an entrance, that's for sure. Hey! There's one
Oh, it's a big sword. Someone's compensating for something.
There's only 3 seats.
It splits into parts, doesn't it?
Hover shield.
Yeah, the sword fires off as a plane.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Playmobil. What was it called? Clay's Rumble Blade.
Really? Rumble Blade.
I've got this somewhere too.
You got the Rumble Blade? Oh
No,
yeah,
I've got
yeah, of course, Lance.
Yeah.
Attention, knights! This is Murloc 2.0, the magician. Can you hear me?
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
Yes, Murloc, for the umpteenth
Wasn't
time.
like the castle theme one of like the second
is
sort of
on his
themes
way
with
to
Lego
Waterton.
ever?
Waterton.
One of the first,
Soggyburg.
probably the first one with minifigures ever.
Third of the kingdom would
Really?
have no water,
Minifigs?
nothing to drink.
Yeah, I think so.
sweet
I might
the-
be wrong.
They had the horses with the little slit in there so
What?
the people could
Yeah.
sit in there.
You can also put a
There's just no time
a
to waste,
saddle in
man.
there
We need
too.
that teamwork
Mm.
thing you've been talking about. Let's go.
I
No,
probably had
wait.
some of those.
I know what you're gonna say.
The
Lance,
pirate
you
one and the
shiny,
space Lego.
self-centered,
Pirate.
obnoxious
I had the
stick
spaceship.
carrier.
I had a spaceship.
Okay,
The
I'll
bla-
admit it. Your way of
I had the
doing
blue
things
spaceship, but
may
also
have
when
some
Blacktron came
merit
out and they
in
had like the
something coming back.
green,
Yeah. Green glass.
I'll accept your apology.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
think
have
along
the
with
ghost.
teamwork,
Glow in the dark
We'll
ghost.
need those cool gifts from
Yeah.
the king.
They're
of
releasing
Blue.
a new Blacktron set.
They're making
Really?
another one?
Oh,
Yeah, there's one coming out I think next year.
Oh man, there's gonna be some nostalgia purchases for that.
Oh, totally. You know who's got the money.
Yeah.
Too late, country.
My Little
Guys are
Pony
like
fans,
40
No
and
way
Lego
anything can
fans.
stop us.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen leaks anyway. I don't know if it's official.
Well, I mean, you go into any
Oh,
toy
it's
store,
RV?
and every section is
I
getting
almost
smaller and
destroyed
smaller
that
and
thing
smaller,
doing my
except the Lego
spectacular
section is
gestures.
getting bigger and bigger.
Lego's the entire entrance of Toys R Us in Richmond right now. You go in, it's like,
I think they're doing all right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do you have cars?
I love watching that the Toys That Made Us.
Oh, yeah.
Lego,
That was great.
episode. And I heard my voice in there. I was like, ah! Look at me going ninja,
Okay, Knights,
go!
time for a pincer attack.
They're like, yeah, we should have saved
The digital animation on this is really good. It has good weight to it.
It's tricky too with Aaron's like flying shield, because getting that sense of weight with a weightlessness is really hard to make it feel that. Yeah, that's really, really good.
Murloc.
There you go.
Oh.
Or here
It
they
don't
don't.
work. We're only in
Buffering.
episode 3 and it doesn't work. We're buffering.
The Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, we were still on dial-up at this
Looks
point.
like we're doing it old school. We could use the whirling Macy to break up that
Wasn't even
monster
1G.
pack into a monster mash. You did read my binder. The greatest knight in the realm would do no less.
Giving himself credit for reading your work.
Start working, Eva!
You've got to be fully integrated into the rolling castle systems. Robin, I need you to buy me some time.
Oh, I love
Oh,
also
nice
just
shot.
the Sir Robin with the chicken is a fabulous pipe and like yeah.
Yeah.
Dizzy.
Sometimes being dizzy is.
Yeah, did we go past the multi-pack?
I haven't heard it. I don't remember what it is. I remember what it is in the next episode, but not this one.
Such a great set. When I was a kid, I would have
something, my
been
child!
just salivating over that 4-track set. Like, give me that, give me that.
This.
Oh my gosh.
I call it Tech Caliber. It's a
Tech
flash
Caliber.
drive designed to transfer huge files, like
They
your
should just
program.
re-release this
If I
stuff.
can
I'll
get you
get
into the
people to
main
buy it.
Fortrex computers,
It's
you'll
such
have
Oh,
no trouble
in a heartbeat.
uploading those
It'd
files.
fly off the
Absolutely.
shelf.
But
if
it's
they put it out there.
untested.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, you could be
I would.
lost forever.
I know.
Most of our Nexo
understand.
fans have grown up
Oh,
to have
no,
independent money
work
now.
your magic too.
I got eBay money.
eBay's. That's the only place I'm getting currency is eBay, and it's not pretty, man.
One of the best compliments I ever got about this show was that my cousin's kids, she found out I was on this show like 2 or 3 seasons into it, and she had no idea I was on it. She was like, "You're on that?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Lance." She's like, "My kids watch that show like every week. They absolutely love it," and they had no idea that I was even on it. And I was like, "Oh, cool! It wasn't just because cousin Ian's on it. It's just like this. We like this. This is great."
A lot of kids loved it. My cousins loved it too. There was viewership, Tommy.
People would watch it.
Wow.
Nice.
I used to hate my service plan.
And technology.
That noise so well.
What?
NEXO power! Alliance of the Fortress!
Scan the TV.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, you got the whole power. Cause she's got a base. I get it.
We may never figure out my name. That Claymore
Because you were the
was very
creator of the
elegant.
Lance Throne.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. He just constantly keeps dealing with boils, is what it is.
But see, it was nice that none of the goblins ever truly died. They just went back into their energy elements and returned to the book. So we weren't like committing goblin mass murder every episode.
No.
Oh, slice. Oh, so come back.
Hey! Get back there and fight! Where are you going?
Well, looks like it's up to us.
You serious?
Yep.
Just go.
Hey Clay, do we have to pose heroically after every battle?
Yes.
Why doesn't
It's in the
everyone
battle
just like
manual.
charge up in the
Pre-
beginning of
post-battle
every
celebration
episode?
section.
Why have to wait for
It's
the
less
Because
exciting.
it can only last so long,
so you're
Vince.
saying that Murloc is actually pouring this
I remember
iced
asking that, like, why don't they just start into
All functions of
Megazord
the
when I was
fortress.
watching Power Rangers?
Yeah, right?
Just when he's little, just come out the big robot and
It's
stomp
bad
him.
form to talk about
Well,
someone
here's your
behind
answer.
their back.
Mark Hoffmeyer, who wrote this, also
Trying,
wrote
you
Power
know,
Rangers.
and doing
Ah,
so
see,
many
so it's
other
Mark.
useful
I see how it is.
such
It was
as
very formulaic. We needed the
bragging
Nexo
behind
power in the
memory.
last third of the
Totally
episode.
amazing.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
with
love it.
Murloc 2.0
It
running
works.
the Vortex, and us able to
Absolutely.
download those Nexo
It's
powers,
escalation,
we
right?
have a
Like
chance
it's
against
just the
Jestro.
build of it.
A
Yeah,
toast!
What are you drinking in there?
Murloc, part of the road is washed out ahead.
Boogie down. I so vividly remember Brian recording that.
Really?
Boogie down. Yeah, I don't know
He
why
was
that
dancing, wasn't
really
he?
stuck
He
in
was
my
doing the
brain.
hand motion.
Yeah, he was dancing.
Yeah, I remember him doing disco.
Yeah.
Who's this Tommy guy that keeps showing up in the credits?
It's a credit
Some
hog.
sort of-
That's what it is.
So I learned that some words sound like other words when they play. Because I used a lot of like niche words. So like in the when we were doing episode 1, I'm like, and here's where I tell Jestro to buck up, buddy. Like, and I got your back. And like on the playback, it sounded like I told him not to F up. I'm like, wow, okay. Better watch my unique languaging.
Articulate.
We got one note after recording. It sounds a lot like he's saying rolling asshole. No, he's saying rolling castle. Castle.
Which would have been scary too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. That would have been.
All right.
Just thinking about the propulsion system and everything else, how that works.
Go park your vehicles inside the rolling.
Oh, that's a whole different market, Tommy.
Okay, this show's never coming back now.
That's a whole different market.
We're aging up with our audience, is what it is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
as their tastes refine, Ian.
Yes.
Release the rolling
like a fine castle.
We're trying to find that Pixar audience where there's something for the kids and something for the adults.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
We didn't do Pixar Mom Bod. We just went for the rolling asshole.
Good thing we're not monetizing this yet.
Yeah,
We're like,
well, too bad we are because we would make a lot of money.
oh my, yeah, oh my God.
It's
The amount
on
of-
our Patreon, for the uncensored version.
Yeah.
Though, Tommy, I will applaud you. You're the first one who released it.
Thank you.
You brought it
Well,
up.
I mean, yeah, we should all compliment each other. I mean, you were the first idiot that wore a mask upside down.
I wish
You
I had,
had
because
the
I have the
idea.
Lance one too, somewhere. It's
You
at
have the
my parents'
Lance
house.
mask?
It's at my parents' house, yeah.
That's awesome.
You got the whole costume, didn't you?
No, I wish I did. I wanted to, because there was.
I was so close to getting the. It's basically just pajamas, like a onesie, with like you have to get your own shoes.
I would be wearing it every year. I would still be wearing it.
You could actually get one that had the squared off upper body and the Lego clones.
What?
Cool.
I think that's the next
Giles is on
Valentine's
eBay
Day.
again.
I'm looking it up. I want to see if this thing still exists for purchase. Claymore's in costume.
There was so much cool
Wait,
stuff.
what? Wait, what? I can get it from Amazon? That's still available? With the shoulder armor? What? Wait a minute.
Giles is like, I need the version with the pauldrons. It has to have them.
It does. It does. Oh, wait a minute. Not available anymore. But at 4.6 stars, that's pretty good.
Quality item.
Is that from your burner account too?
Yeah. I gotta make sure I don't send messages by accident from my burner account. Yeah.
I'll put an image here when we talk about it.
I'm a 19-year-old NEXO Knights fan from Nantucket.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Uh-oh. I did set that one up. I guess there is a conduit in my brain. Okay, episode 4.
All right, friends.
All right,
Episode
yeah.
4.
Let's do it.
The next
Do the count.
episode.
I'll do the countdown. 3,
You do it.
2, 1.
Hey.
Everyone can do their herb.
Herb Herbertson.
The 4 tracks available for purchase now.
Nexo power. Is this what the Knights need to stop Jestro?
It was really cool
I'm
on this one too, because again,
and
like
this
it
is
was
NEXO Knights.
early for me to be on like a big thing like this. But also, we had so much insight given to us about the entire process of like what was happening with the toys and the marketing of the show. Like I haven't had that happen since, where they were explaining to us like everything that was going on the other side of it. Usually we just see the scripts and record the episodes and have any idea what's going on. Thing. So it was really cool getting so much inside baseball on this as we went along. We were getting shown like, oh, here's like, you know, roughs of the game that's going to be coming out, and here's like some stuff that's going in Legoland, and like take a look at it.
It's because there's only one Tommy, and
it's
there's
true.
only one Tommy.
It was amazing.
We gotta give Tommy like total control, and then
yes,
he'll finally be happy.
We need to hand over Warner Brothers to Tommy.
I will
get things back on track.
I'm gonna do a beginner hacking class for 2 weeks, and then I'll just give Tommy creative control of Lego. This is like
that looks good.
This looks amazing.
Where Frodo was fighting the Nazguls.
Yeah, the Weathertop.
Yeah, that looks just as good as anything being released right now. That show.
Books were boring.
But also the animation on the Booger Monster's face, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Make it rain!
Are they getting superpowers?
They don't like it. What do they? I don't remember this
Book of weather, book of storms.
I think it's the Book of Chaos.
That makes sense.
Wasn't that the episode
This chaos.
You gotta go shut that book.
Give me that book. Oh, there's the hail I was talking about for our 4D movies. There we go.
Yeah. Hail to the Jester.
Yeah, Ian, there was a 4D movie at Legoland NEXO Nights.
I know. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone down and seen it. They had a whole section down there.
Whoa, the Book of Chaos.
There you go. Book of
Whoa,
Chaos.
an excellent find.
Feed it to the book already. There we go.
Great. Eat it, book.
Eat it, book.
Not so fast, J-Pop.
J-Pop.
Book. An evil book. You are not strong enough to control chaos monsters.
It was so cool getting in there because
again,
Shut your face, I gotta be bad.
Hey.
because like when the auditions went out for this, it was like here's everybody auditioning for all of it.
Yeah.
And so I remember being really curious to see like what the book was gonna sound like. And getting in there and it's like it's Mark and hearing what he was doing. And it's like,
Yeah. I love that they're both like they got this New York tilt. Both. Of
yeah,
them.
right. They fit together so well, Jestro in the book.
I told you so. I mean, who can
Tommy,
predict that?
did they both
Oh,
audition
that's
with
right.
New York accents just
That's
separately?
who.
And you're like, yeah, let's put them together.
I can clean up my own mess.
It was as you hear it here. We didn't need any retakes. It was just like
look at that kismet. That's amazing. I don't know what
easy
kismet
puzzle
is
to
gonna
put
sound like when we
together.
play this back. Probably some awful swear words.
I
But
signed you open
look it up.
Beastmaster
Good word.
to help me
I'll see
go
if I can
and
find
burn
those editions.
disaster.
Yeah.
Beastmaster! Oh, that's the Beastmaster?
Oh,
I thought Beastmaster was huge.
do your little
No.
problems bite?
He's the little, oh, he's a little dude.
I thought you said he wouldn't bite.
What do you want? I'm Betsy What is your bidding?
So this is how Giles spoke
Get
like in
those
high
monsters
school.
under control.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
the only
I'll be a
voice he used. I didn't really hear Giles'
I'm not
voice
gonna
until
let
we
my
started
Tommy
getting
Knights have all
student
the cool
council
stuff.
president. Just from pure aggression.
He's like, I will give you extra snacks.
Oh, now we get into those wonderful characters. Shut up! I want to hear them.
Our amazing kingdom.
And you are the best spokesperson we could have, dear.
Oh, I'm hoping these visiting dignitaries will want to invest
Who are
here.
these guys? Oh, is this
My
when we
protocols
meet
require
the Scottish guy?
Yeah, Jorah Tightwad. Yeah.
Jorah Tightwad.
Serve you and your
That's
Brian,
guests.
Brian's 17th character on the show.
Reporters for the Night News Network.
It's Brian.
Yes! Lord Jorah Tightwad, owner of the gold factory chain.
Ah, nice little kingdom, Halberd. I might put a gold factory here with a
hair is
little
incredible.
governmental assistance. Nudge, nudge,
That's a
wink,
Monty
wink,
Python.
nudge.
Oh my
God.
Incentives. Nudge, winky, wink, of course.
Roger the Scrubber, owner of
Is
Scrubbery
that you,
Barn.
Ian? Were you Roger the Scrubber? I think
I
that
might
was
have
me.
You're putting all
that's his-
yes, that was you. Yeah.
Was that me?
So you
It
won't
sounded
be
sort of like
interrupted,
me.
Very good.
He
I
has
just
some
said-
dialogue at the end.
Have you guys ever listened to your dub,
Let's
like your
get
dub actors
started on
from
the
other
tour
countries?
of this marvelous kingdom.
Rarely.
Oh,
Just like-
sometimes, yeah.
Oh, look at that. I think it's the Dutch one for me. I'm like, that just sounds like me. I'm like, how did that sound?
I interacted a bit with the fella who's the Brazilian actor for
Team coordination drill
Owen
started
Grady
2 minutes
from
ago.
Jurassic World.
I know.
Nice.
Oh, where are the others?
Yeah, so we've had a little bit of a back and forth here and there on the socials.
I would say the Brazilian fandoms of anything are very strong. They've got strong fandoms. Oh, his souffle.
Okay, I'm starting to remember this one.
What do you have to say for yourself?
You made my souffle.
I'm so pissed.
Needs more sugar.
I remember Brian's voice was just shredded after every episode because it just did so much.
Hey guys.
That was also just incredible to see just how much he could do. Again, being like a newer person and just going like, whoa.
Well, that was the same for me watching you, Ian. Like, you were so versatile. So versatile.
Yeah.
It was.
None of this would happen if you guys
that
would
was
just think of the
nerve-wracking
team
getting in
before
there.
yourselves.
You know, it's scary enough doing the one, and then they're like, "You want to try another one?" Like,
okay.
Oh.
We used to do that. It's like a little a little auditions in the room. To see who would
Yeah,
get it.
they
throw it right at you in the
soda
room. It was wild. And then it was always like Ian, and then Ian, and then Brian, and then Ian, and then Ian,
Sorry, what was that?
and then Brian.
I said it's time for time for team combat practice. Practice. Soda of greatness, princess.
I remember feeling good about that.
Defend.
That little run on like when he's sitting there, the soda. That's I remember going like, I think that was.
Who made you the boss? Well, you can't lead the team. You have
my
no
one
work
moment
ethic.
of confidence in the first 2 days.
Richmond. I
So
employ people
funny.
to have work ethics.
It didn't
for
show,
me.
man. It didn't
And
show.
unlike you,
looked
I don't
very
need to boss
confident.
anyone
I thought you
around.
were a seasoned pro. I had no idea. I know, right?
We went out for lunch
Where do you keep
on I
that
think the
book?
first or second day.
You know what? Never mind.
And everybody was talking, and I was just eating my sandwich,
smells
and I
like
get
ham?
really shaky.
Did he say it
I get
smells
really
like
shaky
ham?
hands
This is the Knights Call.
when I'm nervous, and my sandwich was just like falling apart. And AJ looks at me, he's like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, but you can live by the values later. There's trouble in the countryside, so we need to roll. I'm almost done with your new.
Those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Oh, was a crowd all together in a room.
Yeah, everyone together. Yeah, doing like the morning and afternoon sessions so we could have the time to socialize and have lunch together and hang out. Oh,
That's great. Look at that through the
overlay.
That's fantastic.
The Queen are giving a tour of the countryside to a business delegation today. So
Like, I know I'm a broken record, but this looks good according to today's standards in my books.
Yeah, fantastic.
I mean, the grass could have been a little more textured, but whatever.
It's a good thing we have a rolling fortress.
That's the reason.
The compliment sandwich.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There they
yeah.
are. Hey, sister, you got that right behind you there, right?
That's it. You can't see it because the screen's over here, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should lift it up and risk breaking it to show us.
Oh, there's so many things in front of it.
I know. I hear you.
And I want credit for naming it the Evil Mobile.
You want credit
Oh, there it is.
for everything. See, Joshua just fell.
Perfect spot for an ambush.
That's what you meant. Oh, I got a chain here with Bruce Lee hanging out.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful view, don't you think?
I've seen you wear that exact outfit.
Yeah?
Come on, everyone, jump!
I remember there was a while where you and the tank tops were like best friends.
Hey, it's very ordinary.
Oh, that's good. Going for the bridge.
Your Highness, something's wrong. Nonsense, fancy pants.
Fancy pants?
Wrong on this.
Nonsense, fancy
That's
pants.
another Michael. That's another Michael Donovan.
Let's all cross
Yeah.
the bridge now.
Yeah.
He enjoys a fastidious robot.
It fits though. It fits. Like everyone's got a little bit of their essence that they bring to the character, you know. Shall we drop the drawbridge? How are we gonna do this?
Well,
That's not good.
We need to find another route. Grotto. I've attempted to call the king's
Got a
party.
River Kwai situation here.
Communications are out.
Robin, that was also Aaron, right? Aaron was Robin and Macy?
Yeah.
Those monsters
Ah,
that destroyed
what a
the
great
bridge
double.
have reached the other side.
So good.
And if they catch the king's tour,
I just saw her the other day.
Robin, spoiler alert, Robin had a crush on who?
Yes. Mom.
I remember there was an episode about Robin, like, just like crushing on somebody. Am
Uh,
I crazy?
No, that was more like Axel's sister having a crush on Robin.
That's what it was!
Yeah.
Axelina. That's
I distinctly remember Aaron saying, Robin blind, she's like,
catapult me
that's gonna be a
on my
problem.
board.
Like, really funny.
Yeah, I think that's episode 6 or 7.
If I added a custom rocket boost
Well,
to his shield.
I jumped the gun.
I like the way you think, Robin. Aaron, wait, we need a plan. No time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Way to go, Aaron. Shoot first, ask questions later.
I also kind of like that, like Simpsons Springfield Gorge moment of him just going straight down.
Yeah,
Coming
yeah.
back up.
Yes, yes, the night sky here is beautiful. When the sun goes down, such stars, and the moon at times.
At times.
I like how there's like no lookouts. To be like, hey, what's that lumbering device very close to the king? What's going on? Should we be on high alert?
It's so great though, because it's like a train robbery. It's like we're a western here for a minute. It's so cool.
But I do think it works great just for the whole Earth thing. I mean, not Earth. For the king, how he's like kind of oblivious. Like everyone, like really at the end of the day, it's the queen who is keeping the kingdom from like falling into disrepair. He's just like the lovable figurehead that everyone like won't guillotine.
Because what does he say to Macy in the first two-parters? Does he say, "I don't want to do any of that messy fighting"?
Pumpkins
out. Yeah.
There we are. Let's not question how those vehicles fit in there. Let's just do it.
Jestro's built his own rolling fort. You don't
Mary
have
Poppins'
Aaron.
first
So
rule.
stick together.
Yeah.
Stick to the plan. Right. Stick it.
They were digitized.
Stick it.
Nice. Hey Vince, do you remember? It was like episode 3 or something of Voltron Force, and I think you had a line that's a nice stick.
That's another one
it, but
to be careful with.
Or that like 40 times. Nice stick.
Gotcha. Have you, by this point, Giles, have you honed in how to fight on the mic?
Yeah, Voltron 4 is very messy. On Voltron, my very first cartoon ever, when I fought, I was like, they gave me like 2 people's space on either side. So I had a big wingspan, and like I would go off, like they're like, no,
you gotta stay here. The microphone's here.
Commit to the bit.
Everyone, look! It's an amazing state-of-the-art farmer. It's very ordinary.
Of course.
Such an idiot.
Do they even know they're in danger? Didn't Aaron warn them?
So only the conductor at this point, or whatever his name is, knows there's something going on outside, right?
Yeah, I think we're trying to keep it.
We don't want to ruin the dignitary tour. That's what it is.
Yeah, gotta keep everything looking nice. Nothing's wrong here. We do not have a monster problem.
All good. Yeah. It's in that.
It's a duck.
Oh! Wait, a duck? Why are we
I love it. It does get to. This show was so fun because it really did get to have its pick into it too and be a really fun action show, but also a really funny comedy, like at the same time, which is hard to do. And this show always pulled it off.
Power of good writing.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you
Whoa,
guys?
easy.
Look, we need to
Giles,
work
preaching again.
But Lance, you went off on your own. Macy, you lost focus because you're upset.
Here comes
And
Super
Aaron,
Knights.
where have you been?
You know, you think a rocket on a hover shield is a cool idea, but really, not so much.
Okay, here's the battle plan.
Oh, not that book again.
Clay is right. You cannot defeat chaos with chaos. You need order, and your order must be more orderly than their chaos is chaotic. However,
That's such a good wizard voice.
you cannot force something as powerful as the Knight's Code on someone. They must accept it of their own free will.
Yeah, okay, fine. My way hasn't worked so far today anyway. I know, I'm
Good
surprised.
humility there, Lance.
Let's go to step one of my plan.
Yeah, he had a long way to go, but we got him there. He learned.
He had some regressions though.
Yeah, oh yeah. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you know, he grows over the show. As a person.
I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. The Earth is shaped like a chocolate donut.
Blasphemy.
What do you think you're doing?
That was another Monty Python reference.
The chocolate donut? Or the
No, the setup to it.
To me, or I will plunge the country into chaos with my chaos monsters.
I'm so proud of my little
I
maniac.
love that effect, like he's like pushing out of the cover of the book.
Yeah. It looks just like Mark too.
Get ready for NEXO Scan.
I got the pleasure of doing an on-camera commercial audition with Mark once.
Oh yeah.
And like, he brought like full animation to it and like scared the hell out of the casting director, and it was amazing.
I love it.
Murloc, NEXO Knights.
Whoa!
NEXO.
Oh, look at that! It's so dope. That's amazing.
Get it! Get it, kids.
It was also great too because that wow was like get ready, it's coming, it's coming. Like, that was so well thought.
Yeah, there's your horse. Does it
That was great.
into a horse? That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a bike that flips up into a horse. And that animation was really smooth from like the bike up into the gallop.
It would have been fun if we ever got later seasons. Would there be an episode of Bernsey and Spark, like in therapy, about how they die every day?
It's their Edge of Tomorrow moment.
Yeah.
Well, we revisit them in a later season where they have this peaceful commune
I do remember that. Yeah. They kind of broke free.
Stop ignoring me!
I told
We
you.
tried to beat them up and like, oh no, we're like, we gave up.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Cyclops! Protect the king! Protect the queen! Now, Jestro, I say again,
Look at his legs.
I will never surrender to you!
Faster, monsters, faster!
Don't forget the little ones.
Just running after.
Oh, I can control the chaos monsters, he says. No, I
What's he called again? The book bearer?
Then guess what happens?
Yeah.
I know what
The
I
bookkeeper.
said already. Will
The
you just
bookkeeper.
let it
Yeah.
go?
Some of the bookkeeper.
No. You had the
Such a
king and
great.
his
We were talking about this
kingdom
in the
palm
last
of your
round,
hand,
Ian.
and
It's such a
you
great
choked.
and like it's a
It's
great
kids like you
character,
would
but
give
so
people a
useful to
bad
give
name.
like
Hey,
book
we
agency,
do
but also
Yeah.
just
everything by
really
the
funny
book, and I
addition.
am sick of it. Time for me to really engage my
I like that he looks like he's like
Shut
the
you
reject
up.
from the movie Grease.
Turn him
He's like
around.
Frankenstein from
I
Grease.
want to glare at him. Turn me round again.
Well, I don't want to say him.
I got this shit from Grease. I did
Yeah.
get it. Then I went evil.
Splendid work, knights. All's well that ends well, don't you all think? Are you kidding? This kingdom is chaos. I could never trust the safety of my gold factories here.
Gold factory? Gold is mined from the ground. What exactly does your company do? Buy gold jewelry cheaply and sell it back to people at a huge profit?
Oh, I am outraged by that accusation. Good day to you.
Ahead of its time. Anyone remember during COVID? All those like sell us your gold ads?
So much
Yeah.
for attracting investors to the kingdom.
Wait, I've seen everything today, and I am impressed. Your people
That is definitely a
understand
VT.
teamwork, like your knights
That's
demonstrated.
VT.
I'd like to put a huge scrubbery barn here.
So great.
That's a Monty Python riff. He was like Roger the Scrubber. Remember him
Right,
from
the
Holy Grail?
scrubber. That's right. Scrubber.
He's the scrubber because he has a.
That's right. The scrubber. That's it.
Oh, so you did. Never mind. Now then, Roger, let's talk business.
Uh-oh.
Clay, I'm really sorry.
Oh, it's
When I
fried.
scanned the Knight's code into
Aw.
Murloc's operating system, the book kinda fell apart.
Done on purpose.
Whoa.
You're still there looking at this book
It was a while.
for 8 hours.
Hey, Gloomy. We heard your book got
Clay's a
damaged in the
thinker.
battle.
It takes time at times
Knight's
to come up with,
all
a
digital
conclusion.
for you.
Now, tell him the other thing.
Fine. You did kind of give us the winning edge in beating those chaos monsters. And you might just become a pretty good leader after all.
Aw.
Thanks.
Like that's the big. Yeah,
appreciate it.
that was the way in with them.
Are you gonna let go?
After you.
After you.
No, after you.
I insist, after you.
No, Lance, after you.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
No, you should.
I think they just let us go on that. Didn't
They did. That was improv. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Just go as long as you can, and then we'll just.
Yay! I like those
Yeah.
moments. They're just like, let the camera, or the mics open, leave them open. Let's see what happens.
Leave him
Yeah.
open. Leave him open.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is fun.
This is
What a good idea, Tommy.
Yeah,
I like it.
Because 10 years, right?
Yeah, for 10-year anniversary. Yeah,
I
I got those.
actually-
I got those notifications from the fans. Ian, they tag us all in there. Like it's been 10 years.
I think it's actually now we're recording this on December the 2nd. I think it might have premiered on December the 3rd, 10 years ago.
Oh wow!
So we're almost at the 10
Wow.
years anniversary because I think the first two episodes came out in December, which they were kind of a two-parter, and then the other episodes followed sometime early in 2016,
Crazy.
14, 16.
I remember watching those. It was so exciting, man. To just watch. They came out. I'm like,
Yeah. That was so cool.
oh, nostalgia. Bring it.
And
back.
it really holds up too. And like, I mean, animation wise, the writing's super funny and it sounds great. It's so cool to go back and be like, wow, this rocks. This
That's
is
why I
really
wanted
good.
to watch it again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I have some fun memories of it. But also all the challenges of okay, okay, we need to work the toys in there, but how do we do that in fun and relevant ways? But then, you know, even you're sort of poking fun at it when you're introducing it, because it's like the ye old royal RV, and then that turns into the Fortrexes. But that becomes a bit of a character on its own, and you know, super integral with Murloc 2.0. So it's a really sharp concept. And then I had to come up with all the names for the Nexo powers and the illustrations whenever they're downloaded. So it was also, how do we make a little thematic relevance in terms of the episode? So in this one was like the power of the Knight's Code or whatever, and in the third one it was the power of the Fortrex. So it was like, oh, what element is relevant in this episode that we can work in there? And then obviously the books that they're reading. So that's the book of chaos in this one, or in the previous one. And then in another one, it's the book of anger, so everyone's angry.
Right. Yeah. That's great concepts.
I remember the book of, I mean, it's later on, but it was the book of fear. I remember that episode very specifically too. But I always thought, like, to your point there, Tommy, like I thought that all of that stuff was woven into it so elegantly, like the introduction of, okay, here's new vehicles, here's new powers, here's new this, here's new that. It all feels genuine. It never does feel like we're just cramming stuff in because we have to. Like, it all had that sense of just like elevation and escalation. They did this, okay, we need to develop that. We need this, okay, we need that specific. Like, I always loved watching, like, Thunderbirds was a show I always really loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always love it when they're like, oh, we need to get Thunderbird 5. And you're like, what? And then there was like, it's a specialized one that we don't use all the time, but we need to go get that one. I loved that. It was always so cool.
That was like stop motion puppets, right?
It was marionettes.
Marionettes.
Yeah.
That was Jerry Anderson show. I think
that wasn't stop motion then. That was just straight up marionettes. Yeah.
I think
they had an island, right, where the planes shot out of the island.
Yeah, and then like they sat down in a chair and then pulled into the spacecraft.
Into it.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was because of the way we worked at the time. So we were this small group where we had our hands in everything. So part of the campaign, part of the product development, part of the story, part of the video game. So it was like everyone was just informing each other all the time. So I think that's how it all came together. I think people were a bit someone was criticizing the show of being formulaic, which is it absolutely is, because you get the Nexo power, but our thesis at the time, and I still think that was right, is like kids really like seeing those repetitive moments, because that's why Power Rangers work so good, and that's also what, you know, Mark Hofmeyer brought in there. Like, you were looking forward to that Nexo power moment, and then specifically because you could also scan it and use it in the video game right afterwards. It was quite innovative, but very poorly communicated, I would say. So, you know, it's like the whole tech angle of the show wasn't really a big part of the communication, at least too small.
I always love that thing. I think about, you know, oh, we know what's going to happen. But I was thinking about, like, the Hulk. You know he's going to turn into the Hulk, but you want him to turn into the Hulk. It's like, here we go, and everybody gets super excited about it. Like, so I think that's a strength more than anything.
It's more like you're looking forward to, okay, we know this is going to happen. What's the creativity in the solution now?
Why? Yeah,
that's right.
What do we do?
But also, the people that are complaining are usually not 6-year-old boys or girls, right? So they're, you know, like, shows. Don't worry, if it's a bit too cliche for you, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can watch HBO. Get mad at them.
There's other things for you.
Go watch Twin Peaks: The Return if you want to be confused.
Exactly.
I still haven't seen the first
formulaic
one.
about that.
I love the actor. I still haven't seen the first one though.
Or Dark. You've seen Dark?
Dark is so good.
I gotta get on that one.
It's so where I got messed up is there was like a year and a half or 2 years between the second and third season, and like there was no recap, and I was like, what the is happening?
Yeah, there's a lot that's happening.
It's such a good show, but you cannot if you're gonna watch that show, do not look up anything about it because so much of what makes it great is like all the misdirection and everything else. You're like, yeah.
That's a German show, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's Back to the Future, but
it's
dark.
some of the best. It's some of the best sci-fi I've seen. It's so good, man.
Okay. Well,
I finished it and I'm still confused.
Well, it's an intelligence thing, Vincent.
Oh, that's the thing.
The show.
That's why I love NEXO Knights.
It's right up your alley. You get it.
Works for me.
That's why you get to play characters like Jestro.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you up to these days, Ian?
Hanging out mostly. There's been
Never ask an actor what they're up to, Tommy.
It's like NDAs. Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah. We had some fun. Got to do. Vince and I were on a Sonic show together, which was a ton of fun. And it's been a cool. I mean, intervening 10 years. There's been a lot that's popped up, and now we're kind of into December, and I'm just feeling like hibernating for the most part.
Yeah.
You just came back from a convention.
I was at a con in Texas. Yeah, I was at Sonic Expo for they were doing like the Year of Shadow this year, and so they got all of the Shadow voice actors down there at the same time. So that was fun. I got to meet those guys and hang out. And where is he? There he is.
Shadow.
He's up there. So that was fun.
He's gonna be voiced by Keanu Reeves in the third movie, right?
Apparently, Keanu's went to town on that character. Like,
everything. Yeah. It sounds. People were definitely excited about. I signed a lot of posters for that movie that I'm not in.
That's great, man.
Yeah,
that's great. They want the collection.
Oh yeah, no, that was actually really fun. I felt like a Pokemon all weekend. Because they were like, okay, you're the third one, or like, I just need you, and then I got the whole set. Like that was that was cool going down.
That's awesome.
Actually, go ahead,
Tommy. No.
I was gonna say, how about you, Tommy? What's up?
No, I'm still doing this dream things with these two losers. So
I'm on
that
dreams.
sounds awesome.
What do you mean? Look, there it is, right there.
You're the Sandman.
The Sandman's tower. Claudius has been talked about already. He's out there causing trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yep. King of the creatures in Wildoria. I've been trying to answer all the questions that's come in on the first video in the comments.
Oh, nice.
There was one I didn't want to answer, but I thought I'll bring that to you, Vincent. Is like, the question was, would Kai and Jestro be friends if they were ever to meet? Obviously they can't because they're not. But
yeah, I think Kai and Jestro would definitely be friends. I mean, I just can't get it out of my mind that we did an episode where they actually do meet.
Yeah.
Yes.
At a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yes, and we recorded the entire episode.
We did, and he was like, "Oh, I want to be Kai. I want to be Kai." And he finds like a Kai costume or something, like, and he actually meets and his like hero, and I think he signs an autograph. Kai signs an autograph or something.
Yeah.
And I was like so elated by this concept because I was not just starting out, but it was pretty early in my career. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing 2 Lego shows and they get to meet each other. I thought that was a dream come true for me.
Wait, for real?
For reals.
Wait, when was that?
Recorded
you remember?
We recorded it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they go to like it was like a medieval Comic-Con where Jestro goes and he's like super excited and they meet.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a
memory hold for me. Wow.
Yeah. It got changed to was more like a medieval Renaissance fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For reasons, we would also have had characters from Legends of China there. It would be just people are dressing up as characters from the popular shows of the and obviously Ninjago would be another show in NEXO Nights or Nighten. But we kind of reused the idea for the Dreams
that's right.
Ninjago crossover where you have the same kind of banter with yourself between
Kai
and Logan.
It's so good. And that was a Dreams. come true.
Oh.
I should be a writer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in fairness, you did write those 20.
I did write those
for Dreams.
You wrote 20 shorts?
I wrote 20 shorts for Dreams. Yeah.
VT.
Tommy's like, did you write? I was like, yeah, I can totally write these.
and then he did, and I had very few notes.
Yeah.
And we did the recordings, and you usually did 3-minute takes. We did 2 takes per episode.
Man. It was so limiting because there were shorts that were already animated, like the animatics that Tommy pieced together. So like I had only a certain amount of time to like write within this section. Oh, I could riff on this forever, but then I couldn't because other action was happening. But the best part was that Tommy and I feel like have like a very same sense of humor and a nostalgia for our childhood. So there was a lot of old school references like to the 80s and like VHS tapes and having to rewind stuff, and I don't know, it was really, really fun.
Oh, VHS, the machine eats your tape.
We will. I'll put some link in the description, then you can have a look at some of Vincent's good work on Dreams.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, products. Thanks,
So,
guys.
I would like to ask you, Vincent and Giles. So now we've tried to have a guest star on the show here.
I love it.
Was that a? Oh, okay. That was my question. Do you think it was horrible, or is it something we might want to do again?
Horrible is a good description.
I think Ian elevated.
On a scale of awful to terrible, how bad was it?
There's a horrible
insufferable. Offable. It was offable.
Offable. I'll take awful.
It was awesome.
It's almost
I loved
affable.
Almost.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we just have to make sure we always sit like, here I am.
Yes, I think we have a few persons lined up that's gonna join us on the next few episodes. But Ian, obviously, if you want to come back at some times, we would be very glad to have you.
Anytime. This was so much fun. I'd love to.
I think we got to bring you back for some HANLIN episodes.
Oh yeah.
When we get to those, definitely. That's a good idea.
I'm excited to see who we have next.
Well, who's
next?
Is it a surprise? Is it a surprise? It should be
Uh,
a surprise. That way it's like a cliffhanger. It's a surprise.
Maybe you can surprise us next time, Tommy.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun. We
Well,
can just
yeah,
like not even know who the heck's
Surprise
going
Vince and I. That'd be great. Don't let us know.
It's not confirmed. No one has agreed to do anything.
No one's agreed.
But
They're like, the negotiations are still ongoing.
Yeah, it's like there's a money issue going on, but I'll work that out.
I did this for Mars bars. That's all I want.
Lots of writers.
Well,
Sounds great.
We did it. Another one.
That was another Nexo night.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Ian.
Thanks for
Thank
watching,
you very
everybody.
much.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Vincent,
much for having me.
You remember how we ended the first one?
I have no idea.
I totally don't. Did you clap?
What did we do?
Yeah, we clapped 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.